it's me, Sinead. So I'm going to be showing us 3 of my Lego sets. So this is the
Good evening.
first.
Senior government figures have been meeting since early afternoon to consider keeping schools shut until the end of the month because of the country's record-breaking COVID numbers. Well, the Special Cabinet Subcommittee on Coronavirus has been debating the proposal.
This doesn't come with the set, I
guaranteeing
just
a
added
safe
it.
return to classrooms for tens of thousands of students and,
And
their
by the
teachers.
way,
They were
it's
due back
called
next
Lego
Monday,
Friends
but that's
Lunch
set to be
Bus.
delayed as our COVID daily figures have been hitting
Gonna
record
put
highs.
Ministers arrived for this afternoon's meeting of the Cabinet Subcommittee on COVID-19. Top of the agenda is the issue of school closures, the Taoiseach all but confirming earlier that they would be extended from the 11th until at least the end of January.
The overarching agenda right now is to suppress this virus, and the most effective way to do that is to reduce mobility across the country and to say to people essentially to stay at home.
This is the top of it,
Which the Cabinet COVID Committee is meeting today,
and then
the
this is the side.
and then we'll be discussing
I'll
issues
just
in terms
show
of
you.
schools and extending the school closure period out to the end of the month.
The plan had been to keep schools open at all costs, but last night even the Chief Medical Officer voiced concern about the ongoing provision of education, saying that while transmission rates remain lower among children, they have still increased, something that's required officials to rethink the plans.
Even the best laid plans can be made mockery of. This is a virus that likes to show us it's in charge from time to time. We have to actually now take every possible action that we can to save lives.
But there seems to be a consensus that any closure of schools should only be for as long as necessary.
We absolutely accept all the evidence that shows that children do need to read school. It is an important part of their development.
These are the trees, so this is
If there is any
Olivia.
temporary closure just
And
because
then
of
this
the
is
number that have
Stephanie.
scale of the pandemic at the moment, in my mind,
And then
the
this
children will be
is
short.
Mia.
Other activities up for discussion today include construction, but it appears that the 5k exercise limit will
I'm
remain
just
after
gonna put them
suggestions it could be
outside
reduced to 2k. And while
so I
many
can
may be
show you
feeling despondent,
guys.
the government is keen to stress that there is light at the end of the tunnel with the vaccine rollout.
35,000 is the target for this week.
Setup.
We'll be accelerating beyond that quickly. We're hoping for
So
good news on
here I
Moderna from the
have
Medicines
this
Agency
bag
very, very shortly.
for
And we
Andrea.
will
It
continue
has
to roll out the
leopard print.
vaccinations as they come in.
Any proposals
And then
from
there's
today's meeting
another
will be
bed
discussed by
for,
the full cabinet tomorrow before
Stephanie.
a final decision is
And
made.
then
Nicole Gernon,
there's one
Virgin
bed for
Media News.
Emma, another for
Right, let's get the latest
Mia,
on that Cabinet
and
Subcommittee
another
meeting.
for
Richard Chambers
Olivia.
of Government Building 4
Show
this
you.
evening. Richard, what are you hearing?
Well, Colette, this is a decision the government has been dreading,
And
but it
then
has one.
I'm gonna
It is one
show
that has
you
become
guys.
somewhat inevitable in recent days. The Taoiseach Micheál
down
Martin has
below.
tied himself
Like
to the
down
fortune
below
of
the
schools
box.
over the months, but he
So,
today all
if
but
you want to
confirming they
play,
will
you
not
can
be
just
reopening
swing it
this
back like
month.
this.
Discussions are continuing at the
Put
Cabinet
these down
Subcommittee.
like this.
Behind me, there will
Then
be
you
no
can show-
firm
then
return
you
date
can
to
show
classrooms, I
the
understand,
box.
but there will be a provision that when it is
So
deemed
if-
safe to do so, that
So I'm
students
gonna show
will be allowed to
you
return to their schools, to the classrooms. Now
front
there will
of the
be
bus.
special arrangements
gonna
made
turn
in terms of
around.
special education and special classes
camera.
in primary and secondary schools. I understand there is going to need to be
So
engagement
here
with
I
the sector
have
though to firm
a
all of that
computer.
up. The Taoiseach
You
is well
can't see.
adamant that the Leaving Cert will take place as planned this year for
If you can see
2021.
the
However, he said
purple
the priority now is to save lives, to
And
drive down
it
transmission
can
of this virus,
open.
which he says now
Show
is every
you.
bit as serious, every bit as dangerous
Open up
as it was back
computer.
in March and April of
I
last
don't know
year.
what it says, but it has planets.
It's every
And
bit as
there's
serious
this
as that. And we can see it
green
across Europe, we can see it in the United Kingdom.
It's kind of
as
like
well,
this.
the severity
green
of this particular third wave.
It's like the
and
green
it has caused a lot
dot.
of
And there
concern
are
in governments
these tennis
across
rackets.
Europe and
I'll
indeed
show
in the
you
United
in the
States.
other container.
So I think we have
This
the
is what they
capacity,
look
of course we have the
like.
capacity to
They
overcome
look
this. We did
like.
it before, we can
There's
do it
two
again.
of them.
But it does, the most
And
effective
then
weapon against the
there
disease is to avoid
And
meeting
also
up,
you can swing
reduce your
it
social contacts,
open
and stay at home
close.
essentially.
You can swing it anyway.
Privately, there has been a consensus
So,
amongst ministers over
I'm
recent
gonna
days
show
that
you
schools
this compartment.
would be closing those. Views
So
leaked,
this
of course, to the media, but then as well today, the Fianna Fáil
Here,
Twitter
you
account
can
tweeting out
open
saying
it
that
and close
schools will be closing
And also the bus
for the
goes.
month
I'll show you
of
that
January,
later.
saying that news was confirmed. That
So,
post later
when you
deleted.
open
Sinn Féin's health
it, it has
spokesperson saying that
this.
the handling of this information by the
make sure you
government
don't lose
leaves
it.
a lot to be desired.
Like lose the dot that disconnects.
Well, I
So
don't think
there's
that
their
hearing
working
about these
on the
things released in
bus.
the media is ever a
And a
good thing.
drawing of
What
it
the
with a
government needs to do is
cookie
be much
as a
more
cookie.
decisive
and it
much
has
clearer in
pink
communicating their message,
for the
more
purple.
visible from all of the
And
ministers,
you
and
can
basically
put it
less
back
of a mixed message.
in.
We saw it yesterday where some
Like
ministers,
this.
including the Junior Minister for
Then you can
Education,
close it.
being
And
very
then when
clear
you're
the schools
dragging it,
were
it'll
open
fall.
when it was obvious to most people that that wasn't going to be the case.
So
you have to
now
level
I'm
with
going
people.
to show you.
Well, further considerations at the Cabinet Subcommittee meeting include the construction sector.
Let's
The Cabinet
show
Subcommittee also
you
hearing the growing concern over the spread of the new strain of virus which originated in the UK. Some estimates putting the new strain at about 20 to 25% of all new cases in recent days. And that is one to watch in over the hours ahead. But the next meeting of the Cabinet, of course, is due to take place tomorrow. That is when the decision on schools will be confirmed.
Otherwise, it
Richard,
will
thanks
topple
very much
over.
for that update.
Like this.
Well, the head of the HSE has warned
Push
the health
back.
service is under real threat
Yeah.
while also presenting a stark picture
Yes, my
of the
grandma.
positivity